And coming up every day this week, Duncan James is going to be doing some medical myth-busting.
I'm going to be asking the experts if we really should be feeding a cold and starving a fever. And what about a little alcoholic nightcap before bedtime? Is it really going to help us with a good night's sleep?
Newsreaders.
Feed a cold, starve a fever. Heard that one before? Well, it's a saying that's been around for pretty much centuries. But is it folklore or fact? Well, I'm with the man who's going to tell us. How you doing, Mike?
I'm fine, thanks.
So what do you reckon? Feeding a cold, starving a fever?
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from, originally. But I would think you should, if you're ill like that, you should just let your body do what it. If you feel hungry, you should eat. If you don't feel like feeding, I don't think there's any point in pushing food down. On the other hand, with a fever, I think it's very important to keep drinking, and you are using a lot of energy when that fever's going. So, I can't really see the purpose in starving a fever.
Now, what about vitamin C and zinc? Do they help kind of keep colds away?
Well, there's a bit of suggestive evidence that once you've got a cold, taking vitamin C can help, but it's not very strong at all, and it's really in extreme conditions. Yeah, with vitamin A and measles, that's a definite association, but vitamin C and colds, I think it's very weak.
What about zinc?
Zinc, well, that's often touted as a solution, but really there's enough of that in your diet to cope with the amounts that your body needs. So as long as you eat healthy anyway, there should be plenty.
Yeah. Right, thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Well, coming up, I'm going to be finding out if a little bit of a tipple at night time can actually help you sleep, or does it keep you awake? Also, what about cheese? Does it give you nightmares? Find out a little bit later on.
And just a bit later on, some pillow talk with Duncan James when he busts some more medical myths.
What about cheese? Is it true it gives you nightmares? Okay, I am in the sleep clinic with the lovely Boris and the even lovelier Julia, and I want to ask you, drinking alcohol at night time, like a little tipple before you go to bed, does that help you sleep? And does cheese give you nightmares?
A little bit of alcohol before bed will help you go off to sleep a little bit, or two. Will help you go off to sleep quicker. Okay. But in the second half of the night, it's going to disrupt your sleep. You'll probably wake up, you remember your dreams, you might need to go to the toilet, you'll be dehydrated.
So I guess a lot of alcohol...
A lot of alcohol is even worse.
Even worse. And what about cheese? Is it true it gives you nightmares?
I don't know about cheese, but if you eat 3 hours before you go to bed, then you're more likely to wake up in the middle of the night. About gastric irritation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you wake up, you remember your dreams.
But it's not actually proven to give you, like, a nightmare? Because I was always told...
Not necessarily.
If you eat cheese before you go to bed, you're going to have, like, Freddy Krueger on your mind or something.
I suppose if you don't like cheese, it might. No.
Anyway, thank you. Can we get some tea? Anyone? Biscuits?